I want to show you lot this tenor saxophone. This is the Jupiter JTS-789, and it's from around about the late 90s to say the early 2000s, and it's what I'd consider as a step up tenor saxophone, or an intermediate level. That's the more posh name. It's definitely a big step up from something that you might buy online, which will cost you a couple of $100. This is certainly a big step up from that. So this is no joke. It's feeling very good. Wait a minute, I've got to do my favorite thing. That sounds sweet. I've got to do it again. It's so nice. Do you know that satisfying clunk that you get when you go up and down like that? I just love it. You know what I mean. You've probably done it yourself. And having a look around it, I would say that the build quality is pretty sturdy, pretty solid. And from my first impressions of just doing that little satisfying ripple up and down the keys, it feels very nice, very comfortable. So they've obviously worked on the ergonomics from the earlier models of Jupiters up until this one, and a lot more professionally made than the earlier Jupiters, you know, the ones I'm talking about. And this model is made in Taiwan, and there's a lot of great saxophones getting produced in that area, so I'm quietly confident that this is going to be a very nice tenor. But that's just from first impressions, from the eyes and from the feel, and obviously when I serviced it I could see there were some nice little features. It also has things like adjustment screws on the back of your right hand stack and your left hand stack. That's not something you'll normally get on a lot of professional horns, but this one has them adjustment screws. So having the adjustment screws makes life a lot easier when it comes to servicing something like this. It does have the high F sharp, which if you like that sort of thing, it's there. It has the plastic thumb rest. And there's my little wiggly octave key friend. Look at that. These palm keys feel so comfortable. In fact, I like them more than my Yamaha. But don't tell them that. But without playing it, I've already got a very positive impression. It feels really nice. How do I say it? Very pleasantly surprised. It's way better than I anticipated. I've had a whole bunch of Jupiters from the early 90s in the past, and this is just leagues apart. It feels like a huge step up in quality and class. Well done, Jupiter. Another thing to note is that the neck, it's more in line with the Selmers. It's very much like a Super Action 80 or a Mark 6, except it's got the Jupiter logo engraved on there. So everything that I've seen on this up to now is very positive, but the most important thing, of course, is the playing. So I'll speak to you lot after I've made a noise on this. I didn't expect this to be as good as it is. And that's not being rude about the Jupiters. I'm going off past experience, having loads of these Jupiters through my paws, fixing them, moving them on, playing them. I've had some decent ones and I've had some which are, you know what I mean. And this one is on a completely different planet. It's very, very good. I was getting lost in the noodling around. And I don't mean the noodling around on the recording that you've seen. I mean the noodling around before I clicked on the record button. I was just noodling up and down. And then 20 minutes went by and I thought, wait a minute, shouldn't I be recording? I was enjoying myself that much on it. The fingering, the key work just pulls you in a good way. It makes you feel so comfortable. And the sound is really, really nice. Now I checked the tuning as well with my tuning app, and that was also really consistent. Now comparing this to other horns in the marketplace, I would stack this up quite comfortably against the likes of a Yamaha 280 or Yamaha 475, 480 even, because I feel it's that good of an instrument. The Yamahas are really, really nice. This Jupiter is punching way above its weight compared to what I expected. I'm genuinely kind of gobsmacked, almost stuck for words, but you know, I like to rabbit on, so that's not going to last long. Now I've got nothing to gain from telling you my thoughts on this Jupiter because I'm not endorsed by them, I'm not sponsored by them, and I bought this out my own, that stuff. So if you're on the market for something which is a significant step up but it's not going to really break your bank, I would seriously consider one of these Jupiters. I just took a chance on it. I seen it and I thought, okay, I'm grabbing it because somebody reached out to me, to be fair. They said, Ian, do you want to buy this saxophone? Because I'd bought their soprano off them. And I said, okay, I'll take a chance. And I am really happy with this chance. But as we all know, playing an instrument is a personal thing, personal taste, preference, blah, 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 all that sort of thing. So I might play this and absolutely love it. You might play it and think, well, it's not for me. I want something different. And that's the beauty of the saxophone world. We have so much choice because something like this is worth sticking on your list of horns to check out just for the hell of it. You might get a pleasant surprise. Now, they call this the JTS-789. Why didn't they call the alto the JTS-456? That just makes more sense in my head. I'm sure some of you'll understand what I mean, or maybe you'll just look and think, idiot. Even I look at myself and think, idiot, so yeah, I don't blame if you think the same. But that concludes my little thoughts and my video about this Jupiter. It's way better than I expected. And I think if you get the chance to try one, just go for it. Just go for it. Nothing to lose. Anyway, thank you so much for coming this far. You will catch me and my stupid scrambled head in the next video. Have a wonderful day, whatever you're doing. Bye-bye.